Alright, so I don't know. I was going to call this a review of the V20 Companion Book, which came out in PDF today. I don't know if it's so much a review as it is my first impressions. So I'm going to go through. You're going to hear my mouse clicking. Sorry about that. I'm going to go through the PDF real superficially, and I'm looking at the PDF now as I do this to to get my memory flowing. First off, right out the bat, the cover. As a gay man, I'm getting so fucking sick and tired of the lesbian shit. You know, it's their little way of sitting on the fence. Oh, we're going to show some homosexuality, but it's always lesbianism every time. And as a if there's a lesbian, I'd like some lesbians out there to give me what they think of it, because this is an issue. Um, on the one hand, yes, there can be real hot lesbians, the hot vampire and the hot victim here, but there's never a depiction of a you know typical lesbian. I don't even know if typical is the word. Um, they have to be hot. Well, okay, I can kind of get that, because no matter what you put on it, you're going to put a hot person on there. That's another in and of itself discrimination. But in this day and age, putting lesbians on the cover does not get you out of the, oh, we're showing homosexuality. It doesn't. It just, in fact, that's kind of like putting a black person eating watermelon on the cover. Oh, we're depicting black people. Well, no, you're not, in my opinion. One other question about this page cover. I'm looking at her breasts, and is she missing a breast on the side where the handprint is? I mean, it doesn't look right. All right, so, and the book is ripe with that. The art is all women. You know, it's all let's show some muffin tits. There's no real depiction of men, as sexual objects in the book. Um, the book is aptly titled V20 Companion. And when I bought it on Kickstarter, I was under the impression it was a player's handbook. Well, you can definitely say it is on one end, because it's talking about titles, and it goes into real length about titles and boons, and that's nice. Um, it goes to my number one gripe about this book: it's too short. And they're going to argue, well, if we made it bigger, we have to charge you more, and fuck that. This book's too short. And that makes it very incomplete. So as a player, I feel cheated, because all it gives me is titles and boons. And as a storyteller, I feel kind of cheated, because oh, I'm going back and forth. I'm sorry. What this book does is it tries to be two books in one, and it fails at both of them. It tries to be a player's handbook, and it also tries to be kind of like a World of Darkness world setting book. And it fails at both of them because it's just too short. In the player section, we finally get the Cative template, which should have been in the main book. I looked through all those little small unknown bloodlines they had in the back. They could have gotten rid of one of those and put the Cative in. But they didn't. They put it in here. Okay, fine. But okay. Page, let's see. This is 15, so page 14. There we go. We're showing her crotch. It's a woman. It's not a man. I hate that. That's just fucking not one man. The male form is a good thing to show. I'm sorry. We need to change our attitudes in this country, and this on the edge, trendy game 20 years later hasn't done that. I'm very disappointed in this book. I really am. And then not only did they put out a book that is very incomplete, that really doesn't give you much. I mean, like, would I take this book to the gaming table? No, no, because there's no crunch in it. The title thing that might come up during the game. I don't know, boons, but that's something you should know how they run, or the storyteller would run. But as a player, I have no need for this book. The storyteller will take care of that. So the storyteller might buy this book, but the player wouldn't. Oh, here we go. Yet again, 36, nude woman. Yeah, I get it. Same artist too. So we get a book that the player section, which is kind of incomplete. Technology, I was oh, one other thing. I'm glad that they're including the True Black Hand in all the examples, but here's the second book, and I still don't really understand what the True Black Hand is about. So we're going to need another third book that tells us what the True Black Hand is about. In such a massive core rule book and then a companion book, I don't really get the idea. Like, I don't know what clans were involved. Still don't know that. I'm glad that they're including it, but at the same time, it's not enough information. By 2 books already, and I don't have enough information to run a True Black Hand campaign. In any stretch of idea of the, if I didn't know, and I understand it's an anniversary edition, and you're supposed to know a little bit about it, but not really. Somebody's supposed to be, able to pick this book up and just play it. It's supposed to be. I like the idea of the technology section. That was very needed in this day and age. I don't know though if they really go into enough detail. Again, so short. What is it? What is the technology in here? Let's see. Kindred and Technology. It's a chapter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 pages. I would almost argue. Oh, and look, after the technology section, another nude woman. Wow. Then we get into A World of Darkness. This is really a book in and of itself. And if you were going to say, okay, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to come out with a World of Darkness book, and we're not going to come out with a player's handbook. We're going to come out with one that has both. God damn it! It needs to be like 300 pages. There's just too much to put into it. And this is just a nod to it, to all this stuff. But in the end, at the game table, it doesn't really do much for the player. Why would I buy this book? I bought it because I did it on Kickstarter. But there's just not enough in this book. And then an appendix of what's cut? Are you kidding me? I paid $50 for it. I'm going to get a book, and I'm going to get I got the PDF. Fine. And you know, for what it did, you know, it's not a total waste, but it's not a good book. This is not a good book to, you know, I need to take this book to game with me. It's not it. Not it at all. And that's pretty sad. So I guess we get to pay $50 for this book, and now we're going to have to come out with a player's handbook and a World Darkness book all of its own. And of course a True Black handbook. Maybe we'll have enough, you know, information to run these things. I don't know. I'm just really disappointed with this. What also disappoints me is their next Kickstarter is Children of the Revolution. Of all the things you need to start up, even a Children of the Night would have been nice. You know, more comprehensive. You know, get to know a whole wide range of vampires. No, they don't do that. They put, you know, there's so many other things that's needed in this game, and they put something like that out. And and then also it's $10 more than this book. I hope it has more pages, but I feel kind of burnt on this because it doesn't go in well enough to be really of use. And I will not be backing the next book, Children of the Revolution, whatever it's called. Tough. You lost me. So after that one, whatever one comes out, you better be riding a unicycle and juggling, and there better be a fucking bear somewhere around there and a clown, because I might not be buying any. You know, it's so sad that you had the ability to do so much with this, and you know, it needed to be a good 100 pages more, at least. Another, you know, this was 80 pages. It wasn't even 100 pages. Fuck you. Who hold on. Who do I get to say it? The person in charge here. Let me see here. Yeah, of course I gotta go through the 7, 8, 9 pages of mention, and that's fine. I understand. There's gonna be credits. Justin Asili, fuck you. And Eddie Webb, fuck you. You really fucked me over on this book. You really did. And I can see there's not going to be any gay nod to any of these books. And I can see that you're just not giving me a book that I can pretty much use at the table. And you know, this is okay, and it might be useful to some extent. This is kind of like one of those, you know, you buy a third-party gaming book that really doesn't fit into the main book, but you buy because it'll be useful a little bit. That's really what this is kind of like. It's not even, you know. So to the two of you, fuck you for screwing me over. Yeah, you did. You really just put out a substandard book. Anyway. That's my 2 cents, and